What is going on, everybody? Today I want to share 3 rules that I follow when I go to the store shopping for healthier foods. So if you're someone who wants to start shopping healthier but really doesn't know anything about it or doesn't really feel confident when you go to the store, this might be helpful for you. The first rule that I follow is start reading labels. Get into the habit of just going to the store and turning the products over and reading the labels. You're going to be very surprised at what you read. The rule within this rule is that you don't want to see a lot of stuff on these labels. Ideally, you're going to see real whole ingredients. If you see a bunch of big words that you don't know, you probably don't want that in your body. Another rule within this rule that I've implemented in my life, now you don't have to do this one, but every time I'm at the store and I see another person reading a label, I automatically have to start a conversation with that person because you just don't see this often in today's world. And if you start this conversation, you're pretty bound to get into a very interesting story because this person, typically actually they're older. Surprisingly, I see a lot of older people and I hear a lot of stories about newfound journeys towards health, what sickness they had that forced them to change. And it's just really cool to meet new people. So try that out if you're up for a new kind of mind flex opportunity. The second rule is USDA organic. So there's this label that they put on products. It is basically just a circle and the top says USDA, the bottom says organic. It's either going to be white on top and black on bottom or white and green. It depends on what kind of product it is, I guess. You might see this on meats and different produce and definitely a lot of packaged stuff. You do have to be a little bit careful. This is obviously still better than the other stuff, but I turn these packages over a lot and I see products like with the main ingredient being organic cane sugar. And there's probably people out there that will argue that that's a good thing for you. But if you're going to stop eating sugar and, eat healthier, I would avoid the organic sugars as well. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Just be careful with all those products because there's definitely some dangerous stuff. But going with organic is still a better choice than buying the big name brand non-organic stuff. The third rule is when you're reading these labels, first thing, avoid added sugars. If you've never done a no added sugar challenge, I'm challenging you right now to go 2 to 3 weeks at least, no added sugar. Try it out. Whether it's in your coffee, it's in, the lemonades that you buy, you'd be very surprised at how many products contain added sugar. I was eating Greek yogurt that was loaded with it and things that I would have no idea if I hadn't turned the product around. I also avoid artificial sweeteners and flavorings and things like that. High fructose corn syrup, of course. A lot of times it's just anything you can't read. One of the other ones, I guess, this is really a big one, would be the vegetable oils. So, a lot of people do cook with these oils. I am really not a fan of these oils. We're talking about soybean oil, corn oil, all these different vegetable oils. They're really just like leftover products, like these big agricultural farming, these places that produce these crops, they just have all this leftover oil. This is my understanding of it. I'm not an expert, but they have this leftover oil and then they basically just throw it in all these packaged foods because they didn't really have another use for it and they didn't want to just throw it out. And now all these people are eating these oils that have no place in their diet. So definitely avoid soybean oils and the corn oils and all those things. Sunflower oils. I can't really think of all of them right now, but if you see oil, it's probably not the best thing for you. Sorry, this one went a little bit long. I'm going to try to keep them under 5 minutes. It's actually not there yet, but I hope you guys have a great day, and remember to value your health.